What's up guys, John here from the Kilobits, and today I thought I'd take a quick look at Concrete Jungle by Cole Jefferies, aka ColePowered Games. And this is one I've kind of been following for a while. It did actually have a Kickstarter last year, I think it was, and it was had a very kind of modest target. I think it was like £3,000, and in the end it made like 13,000 or 14,000, around about that much. Anyway, it is a puzzle game, and it's kind of an ideal puzzle game for people on their lunch break. It essentially turns something like SimCity into a deck building game, and that sounds like a bit of an odd concept, but it kind of really works. It's kind of got this great amount of charm to it. I mean, the puzzles are will have you scratching your head. Anyway, I'm going to jump in and show you as we go along. So here we are in Caribou City. As you can see, I've done the first few areas. It's all essentially very tutorial at this moment, but we're getting into kind of a difficulty hard area, and we get to meet the new mayor. So let's jump in and I will show you what's going on. So the whole presentation is in these kind of grid, well, almost columns, and the idea is to clear the columns.
Hello, and welcome to the beautiful Cider Rapids. This is a famous national park and greenbelt area. What is this?
Hello there, I'm Rick Selfridge, recently elected mayor of Caribou City. Welcome to Selfie Park. Do you like the roller coaster? I designed it myself. Just between you and me, it failed its safety inspection this morning, so I would stay clear of it for now. Unless you're feeling adventurous, in which case, Godspeed to you.
What the
You must be Lainey Thompson.
Where did you find the room in the budget for this? I assume you have corporate sponsorships?
Lainey, I don't want the city to worry about silly commercial sponsorships, so that's why we don't have any. Look at the city's budget sheet. The numbers are all in the black.
Those are clearly minus figures.
Oh. My printer is out of color ink again? You wouldn't think that printing out 100 colored birthday hats would take that much ink, would you? Marie! Marie! We're out of color ink!
Who's Marie? We're the only ones here. Where are you going? We're not done here. Hey! He's gone. I know this isn't your fault, but can you do some damage control for me? The mayor clearly doesn't know what he's doing.
So here we are. This is the game. As I said, it's all presented in these columns. The idea is to clear each column by placing houses and giving those houses value. So obviously on the ground here you can see each of these tiles is classed as 1. We've got 3 over here, and then we've got minus land value over here because it's right next to the park. And as we go through, we get different cards. Each kind of has an effect. So obviously houses are how we clear the columns, and then stuff like green will give +1 to selected adjacent tiles. And the idea is to clear each column as you go, but you can also kind of rack up more points by kind of doing kind of multipliers by, if you can plan far enough ahead, you can clear multiple columns in one turn, which will give you obviously bonus points. Anyway, it's easier to show you. So obviously, as I said, we can potentially get a land value of 4 out of these, and we only need 3 to clear a column. So this is definitely an advantage, but we've only got 2 tiles here, no value to them, so we're going to have to give those value. And again, we've got potentially 3 here. Obviously got a -1 effect, so if we place a house on that, it's actually going to hurt us. So what we can do some forward planning here. So a duplex will actually give us 2 points, so that might actually be good to place in here, because obviously we're going to have to maximize what we can get out of this column. So we place a duplex there, and it's already given us 2 points. So if we place something, if we actually place a house there, and we can give that house value, we could actually dump it there, couldn't we? Yeah. If we put that there, we can give that house a value of 3. So we automatically know this column is going to clear itself. So now if we were to place this might actually give us a bit of a multiplier. So we place a house there. We know a green will give us an adjacency bonus. So, right, if we place that house there, right, we're only getting 1 point at the moment, but if we put that there, we're going to get 4 on that column, and we only need 1 more point. And something like the duplex will actually give us 2 points, so we're going to get lots of value out of this, and we're going to clear 3 columns. Actually, we could... should we do this? If we... Right, we can invert a value. I think we'll hold on to that. Right, we'll use the green. No, we won't use the green. We'll invert that. So it's actually a +1. Oh, we're going to get so much value out of this. Now that's +2. We're going to put a house on there. Yeah, we'll put a house on there. And we'll put a duplex on there. Oh, so much value. Look at all these columns going down. And that's where I say the kind of the forward planning really helps. So here we go. Oh look, we're into a big negative area. So what's this? Remove negative points from selected adjacent tiles. So we can place that down and obviously remove negative quirks from those. Obviously we can put something like the part square that will raise the value all around it. So something like the grove would actually help there, because that would remove the negative. So obviously this big factory is killing the kind of land value for those two. Anyway, we're getting too far ahead if we think that far. So we need to put obviously a house here that will clear that with 5 points. And now this one's going to be a tricky one. We've only got 2 tiles we can actually place houses on. We have obviously got to raise their value. So if we actually put the part square there, we can... Yeah, right. And diner. The diner there. That'll give us 4 on... potentially 4 on this column. Okay, remove negative from the... But that is a positive cascade across all the columns. So that would give 1 + 1. And it would reduce... remove the negative effect. So if we remove the negative from that, add that, there we go. So we just need to add 1 to one of these, ignore the one that's got really bad land value. That would cascade, that would cascade. No, I don't think we need the cascading one. That could give us additional value there. No, it's ideally we need to put this in the middle of something that would give us lots of value. I think we just start dumping houses. So we can do potentially 3 columns by doing that. And as you can see,
Is that?
I see you've discovered Asthma Town.
That's...
A housing estate surrounding a chemical plant, I know. I thought the plant might be a really cool building to do paintball in. But then they told me we couldn't do paintball in it because of the dangerous chemicals. Makes sense, really. Oh, how we laughed.
So, yeah, obviously this is a big negative area, but this is another new card. Invert the point on this tile. Expense is equal to the resulting points. So obviously, if we reverse that, that basically becomes a positive 3. But it will also add an expenditure of 3. Now, as we go along, each card obviously has an expenditure, and that raises this bar. Once we hit 60, our target is 3 to clear a column. Once we hit 60, we'll actually raise to 4. So that's not really helping us. We have to kind of take that into account. The ones with more kind of positive effects to the land value obviously cost more. But inversely, something like a factory obviously creates big negatives to one side or the other. But its offset actually gives us a plus in this kind of yellow column. As we hit 5 on that, we actually get more cards to play with. And we haven't got any at the moment. But as you can see, we've got 4 houses, diners, schools, fire stations, all that. And some of these are recycled in. Something like the fire station is a one use only. So, as I said, there's lots of kind of forward planning, and it does get trickier and trickier. Right, okay, so we'll use this invert. And obviously that's automatically made this a 4 cost. As I say, we need to give value to at least one of these. So if we put a green there, so that's 2 plus. So we need to get rid of the negative on that. So maybe that would give us enough. No. Something like the school. Yeah, because that'll raise that to that. Yeah, I think that's our best bet. There we go. Douche, douche, douche. Right. Okay, so we've got a really negative column here. Now, how are we going to clear that? We could... What we could do is just ignore it and basically kind of start setting ourselves up for the next line of houses. So we've got a -2, -2, -1. If we... I don't know if, even if sticking that's gonna... That's basically just going to neutralise all those. So we'd still have to give them value. Something like that invert may help. But it's only going to help if it's like one of these high value ones. I think we're basically going to have to decide this is a dead column. And basically burn a life to do it. But what we could do is... Okay. I want to set up for this. So we've got an invert coming down there. So if we can give that invert to that, we can get big value out of something. This is where the forward planning comes in, and obviously we're only 20 away from having to raise the goal anyway. So maybe better to use the invert on one of these. Yeah. Okay. We'll use that there. That's going to raise all those. It doesn't raise all those, okay. It's neutralised that, okay. Right. So... a green there. Oh no, it actually adds more of a negative. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so we kind of screwed ourselves for that column. Right. I think I'm just going to start placing houses. Turn that into a positive. Remove negative. Right, we've got Park Squares coming down there. We really just need to give that one a boost, don't we? So that house would there. Yeah, that'll give it a boost. So Grove, remove negatives. So if we add that there. I thought I put the diner there. What did I put? I put housing. Damn it. This is where you need to pay attention. No. We want to put houses there. Okay. We've got a 3. We'll put another park square there. Right, now we need to hit 4s on everything. Houses. So we've got a house there. And so that's potentially 4 on that one, potentially 4 on that one, got 4 on that one. Grove, reduce negatives. Okay, we're basically losing this column, we're losing this column. And that's our goal column. Okay, we're going to do... We'll just put that there then. Right. Clear our house. We're going to burn a light.
See that over there? That's my new convict education program. It's a school surrounded by prisons. Everyone's a winner.
Another chemical plant at the back there, too?
Oh yeah, just one for good measure.
Everyone's a winner.
Okay, so we're definitely not going to be able to do anything with that, so we'll burn another life. But now, all we need is 4 on that column, and this diner should do that. There we go.
Welcome to Water Treatment World.
Enough! Mr. Mayor, I'm begging you to stop this. You're ruining our city.
So there we go. Area complete. We didn't get lots of bonuses, but it kind of shows you what the kind of planning is involved and kind of the puzzle element. And as I said, it's got a lot of charm to it. I mean, the fact that it's got these kind of really kind of sweet characters and the voice acting's not bad as well. I'm really digging this. I mean, I have been playing it for a while because Cole sent me a preview build a while back, and I have kind of been dipping in and out of it. But this is the final version, available on Steam now by the time this video goes out anyway. Yeah, so yes, I definitely think it's worth checking out. I can't remember what the price is on it, but I will leave a link down below. As I say, I'm really digging this, and if you're into these kind of puzzle games, as I say, it's ideal for kind of people on a lunch break and that. And here we go in Tawny, which is a bit more built. Oh, we've got...
Psst, over here.
What's going on?
I've developed a system to stop the mayor from ruining any more of the city. Buying cards through the shop will now also increase your technology level and unlock better cards. But that's not all. You can now spend purchase points on special skills as well as random cards. When you open the card shop, there will be a new skill tree tab. Like with the cards in the card shop, more powerful skills will become available once you advance your technology. But unlike purchasing from the card shop, your purchasing skills will not advance your technology. So it's best to spend your purchase points on a mixture of powerful special skills and random cards from the card shop to help level up your tech. You're going to love it.
I'm going to love what?
Nothing?
So there you go. It's as I say, it's got a lot of charm to it, and it builds on the concept of the whole deck building thing and how different cards affect each of the cards. There's a lot of complexity there, but it's as I say, a very, very kind of nice, simple, short game for each level, and it is definitely one worth checking out. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. This was just supposed to be like a quick bit, but it's turned into 20-odd minute video. Never mind. Anyway, if you like the video, obviously like the video, share it with your friends, anyone that might like this kind of game, or anyone that might like us. And if you're new to the channel, obviously, if you like these kind of first impressions or let's plays or co-ops or anything we do, you can obviously subscribe. And if you want to get in touch with us, you can do on Facebook at facebook.com/thekillerbits, or on Twitter at thekillerbits. Get rid of one of these factories. Obviously, these factories, as I say, gives us extra points to buy stuff, but they are negatives. And talking about buying stuff, if you want to help support the channel and let us get hold of new games and new tech and things like that, obviously you can do by maybe chucking us $1 and supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/thekillerbits. Right, that's all the plugs out the way. I'm going to carry on playing this. Hopefully you guys check it out. It is definitely worth it. Anyway, catch you later, guys. Bye!